time as we're underway here in Week 13.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down at the 20.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Looking to throw. Prescott. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as he'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. He'll set up to throw from the gun. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And he's going to get this all the way down to the Cowboys' 25-yard line. That one good for 37 yards. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Gain of 23
yards on the play. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
3-yard line.
They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Makes the score Ravens 7, Cowboys 0. Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the first drive, 3 out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, get a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
second down. It's Elliott. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in four-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to convert on third and short yardage with a gain of 4. A gain of 4 that time as the drive will continue. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
He's brought down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 39, Prescott. Over the middle, complete. That's Schultz. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dalton Schultz, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Greg Zuerlein to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet, see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
At the 26-yard line.
Jackson from the shotgun. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Zuerlein good with a PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there, right? Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. Oh, the spin. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses them about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Prescott from the gun. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And he comes back with one complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
A first down throw for Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Ravens' 12-yard line.
4 yards remain for 2nd down. These two teams all tied after one.
Score tied 14-14.
2nd and 4. They'll throw again. Prescott. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Tyus Bowser able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. 3rd and long for Prescott. And he's got his man on the out route. And out of bounds right around the 20. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
37-yard attempt.
And Zerline's kick is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Jackson. open left side is Brown. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Now Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
But the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. That catch good for only a couple.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
To throw again on 2nd down, Prescott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Complete.
16 yards, a 1st down.
Gain of 16 yards. 1st down, Dallas.
Prescott yet again. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 34.
1st down, Cowboys.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
Incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And again, it's Prescott. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted.
Get off the field.
Picked off by Anthony Brown. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. So now 2 pick sixes that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
Well, number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head, walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Back to the air, Jackson following the pick six. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Oh, for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 39. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Number 19.
2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
10-10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts.
Second
down. As they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. From the gun, Jackson. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 6 yards to go.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Elliott. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Greg Zerline to kick off for Dallas.
The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead is now 24.
Greg Zerline.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll go again with Dobbins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Elliott, toss right. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. To throw is Prescott. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. That's caught inside the 20. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Being chased out left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. Now Prescott. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Zerline's kick is up and through. And that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Jackson to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Throw left side complete. It's Brown. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. And he'll try and hurry the kick, gets it away, but it's not looking that great. And what a golden break here. This ball's going to be touchdown, but just outside of the red zone.
At the 25-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he had to get this down to the 15. He won't make it. He's a yard or 2 short. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down.
But it brings up 4th down.
So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And Zerline's kick is good. And that will finish off this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Baltimore. For the 4th quarter, we'll begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter.
Greg Zerline to kick off for Dallas.
Zerline out now to kick this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.